Okay, my name is Daniel Davis, and the main emphasis of this speech is I want to get people to look at comic books in a different way. I've been reading comic books for several years now, almost 15 years, and I've noticed a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions of what's in comics, and I'm hoping to give people a different viewpoint on what comics is, and maybe even get them to think about looking at comic books themselves. Comic books are a great form of media, are an excellent source of entertainment. And through this, let me discuss several aspects of comics. One, I'll talk briefly about the misconceptions. Two, I'll demonstrate that they can be a good teaching tool. Three, they allow us a chance to look at ethical issues in imaginative ways. And four, they are a source of great stories, and there's a huge variety, so everybody should be able to find something that they like. One of the reasons I want to present this is, back when I was first starting to read comics, is about 15 years ago. I was at Walmart and I was picking up a few comics, and when I was checking out, a guy handed me a tract and was saying, "Hey, if you like to read this." Well, I looked at it. I was like, "Well, I'm already a Christian." The first thing he said to me is, "Then why are you reading this evil junk?" And at the time, I had no answer for him. I'm just like dumbfounded. But over the years, I've learned that comic books have a lot of good to offer, and they're not evil or junk like some people want to think. Another aspect is comic books have been shown to be a great teaching tool to help people learn to read. Professor Tilley from the University of Illinois actually wrote an article in which she stated that comic books are great for teaching people to learn to read because they can be almost as complex to read as other media forms, even more so than picture books that we start a lot of people out on reading. A lot of libraries and teachers have even started using comics as a simple tool to help teach people to read. And in her interview with Phil Sikora, she stated over the past several years that more and more people have seen the value of comics as a teaching tool. Another aspect to look at is comics also allow us to look at ethical and moral issues from different viewpoints and very imaginative ways. Mark White, who wrote a book, Batman and Philosophy, wrote an article in there about why does Batman not kill the Joker. And then he comments that with comics, they provide us such imaginative ways and just different, they can allow us to look at a moral or ethical issue without actually having to have that moral or ethical issue going on. We can just, it gives us a way to look at it. And then it also allows us to take a look at these moral and ethical issues from different people's point of views to better understand why some of these issues are so complicated. And lastly, comics provide an endless stream of entertainments in all different genres. Tom DeFalco, who is a comic book writer, made a comment in an interview, and I really like this comment, is when he's talking about people ask him, where should I start in reading comics? He said, well, comics are like going to the food store and grocery shopping. You have this endless aisles of all sorts of different stuff, and you just sit there and you look, find something you might like, you purchase it and give it a try. And if you don't like it, well, then you go to something else, and if you like it, you can always go back for more. And then also in the book, Superheroes and Philosophy, Morris has stated that over the years, more people are learning that there are such great stories in comics with such great writers and artists that comics are making more and more of a comeback. So, in conclusion, we've looked at how there are several misconceptions with comics, and we've also looked at how they can be helpful in teaching children to, or teaching people to learn to read. We're also shown that comics can be used to explore ethical and philosophical issues. And lastly, that they're a great source of stories in any genre. And the main thing I would like people to do to get from this is maybe take an opportunity, go to their local comic book store, talk to the people who work there, talk to people who go there, get an idea of what all comics there are, and find something they like and give it a try. Thank you for your time.